Hey friends, welcome to my page, DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Friday, TGIF guys. Okay, we're gonna finally get to do this. Sorry, I had things I had to do yesterday. I had to just do a short project. We're gonna do this today. This is our Peanuts little characters on the positive vibes. And we are going to put it on here. So here's the other thoughts that I have about this. Tara and I talked about the fact that you could actually put this on here and put other words with it. So think of some other words that I could do on other signs besides positive vibes. I mean, she really wants me to do the Beatles one where they're walking on a sidewalk. She really wants me to do that one. And I know there's somebody that did that and they put it in Design Studios. It was super duper cute. Anyways, how is everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you are doing well. We are going to make this fun project here. Look at how cute this is. So this transfer is adorable. Oh, there's somebody buying something. Probably one of you guys. It just came through. So yeah, we have the sale going on. It does end soon. I'll have to ask Tara. Sometimes she'll extend it. So, sometimes she'll extend it a few days. I think it ends, does it end today or tomorrow? I can't remember. I'll look and see. Maybe we can extend it through till Monday. Anyways, guys, look at how cute this is. I can't wait to paint this up. I do have to take the dogs to their groomer appointment at 8:30. So we have an hour to do this. And then if we're not done at that point, which we should be, I may have to just scoot out the door and come back. So let me just share this to VIP group. I'm trying to find it on my little thing. There I am. It does. Oh, turn that down. Hello. Sorry. I have to listen to myself. How was your day yesterday? Mine was a bit crazy, just getting everything ready. I'm like, I'm on the final crunch time for my craft show. I have a lot going on with that, and just, trying to get it all done. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Hi, Betty. Hi, Tony. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Julie. Hi, Lori. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sherry. I know I love this one. Oh, you dreamt about it last night. Oh, that's so funny. I love that. I hope it turns out as well as it did in your dream. I hope it was good in your dream. Hi, Bridget. How are you? Okay, so let's get started. So we don't need this board and we don't need this transfer for right now. All we need is this. And, and I am losing my voice again. It's that way in the morning. Okay, let's bring up a board. It's easier to probably have this board so you can see everything. I'll go in closer. I'm going to be turning my project as I go. Okay, so I kind of just want to start at one end and work towards the other. I have everything scored. Okay, so let me show you. So this piece is scored so that you can see where's the hair, where's the face, where's the hands. And this will tell me, did I miss anything? It can happen. It can happen. Like, let's start here. Maybe we can do the first two. And I can already see that I didn't stop where his neck would be. I can already see that. So I'm going to have to kind of guess where the neck would be. This is the thing. I'm testing this out. I should have tested it out when I first created it. But at least you will know that, hey, this is the neckline. You know that his face isn't the whole thing. Okay, so let's start with flesh tone, which is our warm beige. Hi, Vicki. How are you? Sarah, today's your firstborn's birthday. He's 47. Oh, congratulations to him making it to 47. Oh, no, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Happy birthday to your son. Oh my goodness. That's so amazing. I love that. 47. My daughter is 40 something. I always have to count. She was born in, when was she born? She was born in 83. So I always have to figure that out. So she's 42 this year. So she's getting up there too. Okay, so I have all these ankle brushes and we are just going to paint So let's do the faces first on these first two. We could do all of the, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do all of the faces, all of the hands. Let's do that. Let's just go through that. It does require 2 coats of paint, just like when you're painting a normal project. You will probably have to go back and put a second coat. So this is the hand down here. So this is trial and error. You can always go back if we miss something when we're painting this and we chalk over it, because we're gonna chalk out to find my black chalk paste. I didn't dig it out yet. When we're chalking it, if we find that we didn't paint something the correct color, or that it didn't quite work out right, what we can do is we can go over it. We can paint over it. I would suggest only doing one at a time. If you're painting them, do and when you're chalking it, only do one at a time because you want it lined up perfectly. Okay, so you could paint 2 at a time, and then when you go to chalk it and put the transfer over it, you want to wash it in between because you want it to perfectly match up. So I'm just gonna do all the face. This is the boring part, just painting all this in. So I'm using a small angle brush. I'm gonna do all of my flesh tone first because that's going to be easiest. I'm just going to probably go color by color. I think that's what I did before. And if I have to dry it so I'm not dragging my hand through it, I will do that. But I can't wait to see this. I'm really excited to see how it turns out. I feel like a kid because I haven't tried it out yet. Okay, does that one I think that's his sock there. Okay, so I'm just turning it as we go. Hi Chris, how are you? Hi Laura, hi Nikki. Sarah says he tested you for a bunch of those years. He's kind of lucky to be alive. You know what? I do feel that way about not my firstborn because my daughter was the best child and baby until she got to be a teenager. Then she tried me, but she really, really was an easy child. I did not have any issues with my daughter until she became that crazy teenager where they have all those hormones going through their body and they can't control anything that they're doing or saying. So she was never mean to me. My kids, here's the thing, my kids knew better because I I'm sorry, we came from a time when we would spank or if my daughter had called me a name, I probably would have smacked her face. We came from that generation where we didn't put up with that. They would have been picking their butt up off the ground because I would have knocked them so hard they would have been flying. So we didn't abuse them, but they just knew. My kids knew. My boys never called me names. You know how some people, their kids are just mean. I've had them say, "I hate you," but they never called me the B word. They never did anything like that. So I guess I was just lucky that they were really kind. Okay, so I'm doing all the face and the hands first just to get that part done. This is warm beige. We'll do our first coat, and then we'll go back. We'll maybe go back and say, oh, I missed this or I missed that. So there's a lot. So this will kind of help us too. We'll be able to see what where everything else goes. All right, so whew, lots of hands, lots of shoes, lots of everything. Okay, so that's all. No, wait a second. Is this also? I feel like that's his sock color. Okay, so or her sock color. That's yeah, that's Lucy, and that's not her leg right there. That's like her pants. Okay, all right. I feel like that's it for now until we get to our second coat on this. And I brought in a little cup to put my brushes in. I'm just going to rinse them out right now. So I brought water because there's certain brushes that I like. I really like this size. This is a good size for me to paint with. It's probably like, I don't know, maybe 1/4 inch. Does it say on here? It's an 8, whatever that is. Hi Michelle, how are you? Hi Sandy. Totally your generation. Yeah. I mean, my kids did not they did not mouth off to me. They would have found themselves on the ground. Sorry. That's not nice. I wasn't abusive. They just were afraid of me. Oh, hi, Judy. Good morning. On grandkids duty this morning, taking them to school. Oh, you're such a good grandma. Good job. And I think I might have said, hi, Lynn. Hi, Chris. I'm just keep checking. Last day of work, then on PTO all next week. Oh, nice. Yeah, you gotta get some stuff done around the house and maybe some crafts done. How fun is that? Okay, let's start on here. So yellow. So it's hard for me on yellow. I'm kind of thinking, I'm kind of going between these because I really like for Charlie Brown shirt, I like the deep ochre. But for Sally's hair, I think I really want to do summer splash. I want to do a lighter color. Okay, so I could actually, I don't know. Oh, that's a good color though. When I do that, that actually is a good color. But I want Charlie Brown's shirt more of a different color. But I think Woodstock will be this color. So we'll do Woodstock at the same time. So I'm gonna do Sally's hair. And this brush is so good that it's an angle brush, and I can get right in there, right at the line. And this is going to be a true test on, did Darlene do good? Did I do good? When I chalk over this, all those details are going to come out. I can't wait. They're just going to pop. So I got to tell you about something that happened yesterday, guys. I think I told you that our air conditioner had kind of been acting up, and I had to call a repair guy. I might have told you that yesterday. I don't know. Maybe I just thought I told you. Anyways, we had a repair guy come out. I was lucky he could come out the next day because it's supposed to get hot next week. It's supposed to get hot. In the desert, it's supposed to be up in the 90s next week. So, okay, what else is yellow? Woodstock is yellow, but Charlie Brown, I want to do his shirt a different color. So, you're good, painted your gang last night. Nice. Yay. Nikki, oh yes, off early, so catch you live. Yay. Glad you can catch me live. Nice. So anyways, I had to have the repair guy come in. He came in with a buddy. I guess he's probably in training or something. And so they figured out what was wrong and that I needed a replacement part, but they also wanted to look up in the attic, see if there's anything else going on with the unit up there. The compressor had gone out on the air conditioning unit that's outside. So we knew that we had to fix that. Okay, so Sally's shirt is going to be a pink color. Okay, so the color I used here, the yellow I just used was Summer Squash. Okay, and now I'm going to do Sally's shirt. We're just going to work this way now. Wild Berry. That was the color that I picked. Wild Berry. So they go in the attic, and he comes down, and he tells me that the coils on my air conditioning unit, that they are covered in stuff. He's like, "Is there a smoker in the house?" I'm like, "No smoker in the house." He goes, "Well, I would have thought from looking at the coils on your air conditioner, that on the unit up there, whatever the unit is, that there is a smoker because there's a lot of yellow on there." He said, "Sometimes I see that when people have a lot of pets, but I don't think it's that." And he said, "The funny thing is that everything else is clean, but the coils are dirty." And he showed me pictures, and he said, "We're going to have to clean this, and it's going to cost you $4,000. And I'm like, "Well, we're not doing that today." So I said, I don't make any decisions like that without talking to my husband. And at that point I said, "And also, do you know Nate?" And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "He's my neighbor." And so Nate works in the main office there, and he's our neighbor. And so all of this is important. All these things are important leading up to the end. So I said, "Well, I'll consult with them." And we usually don't pay for that kind of stuff. We barter. So if we need it done, then we will barter and we will get it done. I need a blue that is not a dark blue. I want a lighter blue. How about I want a blue that's like a blue jean. I actually have the blue jean over here, so I'm going to switch to that. I'm going to go to denim blue. I think I want denim blue for her jeans. So anyways, he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, you need to put in a UV light, and you need to do this and kill all of the spores in there and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "I am not doing anything." He's trying to upsell me, and I'm smarter than that. I'm like, "No, we got the unit running. We paid, it was $750 for them to replace the compressor and to add something else. So it's not going to happen again. I'm like, what? So anyways, bear with me while I paint. So this is Blue Jean. This color, this brand is the Ceramcoat. I really like this one. So, hey, Carol, how are you? Hi, Lucia. Hi, Sandy. So let me go. Plan to do cleaning. Laura's gonna plans to do cleaning, and then you're going to indoor water park resort. Oh, fun. Which one is that? Is it there's a couple of them across the nation, those indoor parks that are really fun. I love that. Okay, so on with the story while I paint. Okay, so I'm telling him, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to pay. He wanted like $500 to put the UV light on. And I'm like, no, not going to do that. I'm going to consult. And have Nate take a look at it. Him and my husband can figure it out. Okay, what else is that color? We're going to do Lucy's pants, that color. Well, I have that color on my brush. So we're going to do Lucy's, that color. I'm kind of deciding things. You know, they wear different colors, guys. So let me see. I'm trying to decide if this is her socks or if it might be her socks. So I'm going to do this part here. There's like a little tiny part. I'm going to do that the same color as the shirt. I'm going to give her a red shirt. So anyways, I tell him no. And so he's like, okay. And he says, everything's fixed. I'm gonna leave. So he took his stuff and he left. So my husband comes home and I show him the pictures that the guy showed me. And he says, I got to see this. So he goes up to the attic, and guess what? The guy did not put the furnace back together. There are pieces here and there. There's a big gaping hole so that it's not efficient. The cold air because it goes through the main unit up there. It's a central air. So the cool also goes through that same unit. He did not put everything together. There's screws here and there. There's doors off. My husband is pissed. Okay, my husband is so angry. Okay, so that was the denim blue. I don't know what the equivalent color is, but I love this. Janine actually bought it for me. It's called Blue Jean. No, denim blue, sorry. Denim blue. I wish that they would come out with one that just said Blue Jean. But you can mix colors. I just don't have one in here, that color. So he is pissed. He's like, oh no, they're going to come out and they're going to fix this. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be so bad. Okay, now we got to do white. So her shoes are white. Let's go to that. And so he calls Nate, our friend, who is at the office there where this guy works. And he says, hey, Nate, your guy was here today. And I want to show you what mess he left. And he's like, what? He goes, wait a second, that guy's right here. And so he calls the guy over and he says, hey, you were at my neighbor's house today. He goes, oh, yeah, I was. And he says, you didn't put the unit back together. He goes, yes, I did. And Nate said to my husband, he said, can you send me pictures of that? And so he sent pictures over. And he said, someone will be out today to fix it. And my husband said, I do not want that guy back on my property. First, he tries to upsell my wife, and then he doesn't put the unit back together. Can you believe that? Anyways, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so that's white. What else is white? So let's see. The socks right here. Socks are white. Can you believe that people do that? They didn't put it back together. There are pieces here and there, and there's no way that the unit would be efficient because there's a hole. There's like a hole, big gaping hole. Anyways, he was not a happy camper. I wasn't a happy camper, and I am not looking forward. I'm not looking forward to this person coming back. Okay, so I'm going to do Lucy's shoes in white because it's going to be chalked in black. So I'm going to do the whole thing. So it's like she has saddle shoes on. Anyways, people need to do their job correctly. Okay, and then Snoopy's going to be all white. So I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to start doing Snoopy white since I have white on my paintbrush already. We'll do all of Snoopy white. I know. Can you believe that? So let's see. they're trying to take advantage. I know. I know exactly. I know. Oh, wilderness. Yeah, that's great, Laura. How fun. Take lots of pictures. I can't wait to see. That sounds like a lot of fun, especially is you're getting out of the cold. You're like have the indoor adventure that's going to be warm, right? It's warm inside there. The water park is warm this time of year. That's awesome. I love that. I love that. Okay, so Snoopy's all white, and then he's chalked in. This whole thing is chalked just in black. Okay, so when I chalk it in black, everything's going to show. So anyways, the guy was trying to upsell us. Now, our other neighbor, his son, who my kids grew up with, he also is an HVAC person. And so my husband said, hey, what would your company charge? Now, we went with the people that we went with are like the top of the line, the white glove people. I don't know if you ever see a commercial that's like the white glove people, ASI, the white glove people. Around here, that's what everybody uses when they want to pay like top dollar. We did that because Nate got us a great deal through them, and we got the top of the line unit because we needed it. Anyways, yeah, so they didn't do their job. They didn't do their job correctly. Okay, hair. You know what? It's funny because his hair. I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it black. His head shows through there though, so I don't know what I want to do because I think I will do it black, but it's gonna be chalked in black too. So I don't. And then Lucy's hair is black, so I'll do the black, and then we'll just keep going. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to keep going, and I'll just keep getting more pellets out. Washington Island. Oh, nice. Nice, Sarah. Sherry, he needs to be fired. He didn't do his job and they lied. Yeah, exactly. I think that he probably will have some repercussions because he's like, nope, here's the pictures. Because Nate said, can you send me pictures? He goes, yep, I got pictures right here. Send him on it. And the guys go, oh. So here's what I think happened, guys. Okay, I'm going to do his hair black. Even though his hair, the little strands of his hair are going to be in black. I'm not sure if I should do this or not. Because it kind of shows his scalp through it. Maybe I should have just done, because he only has like strands of hair. He doesn't have his whole head of hair. I'm going to do it anyways. So here's the thing, guys. I don't want anybody to lose their job, but I don't want them to just try to upsell me on something that you really don't need to have. And I think that maybe because there was two guys, I think the other one thought they had put it back together. So I don't know what happened. There was a disconnect somewhere. Maybe he thought that his helper was putting it back together. I don't even know. But there is no excuse for that. Now, what if we hadn't gone up in the attic and it just continues to blow the cold air into the attic? That my husband said, I'm not fixing it. I'm just going to leave it because they need to fix it, right? Right? They need to fix it. Okay, so that is shorter. Maybe I should have done a different color. I guess we'll find out. Okay, and then Lucy's hair is black. Lucy's hair is black. Let's see. Oh, your grandpa lived there a short time. Lord, that's cool. That's cool. I have never been to all those places back east. I wish I could. That would be fun. Yeah. Now I am painting Lucy's hair, but it's also going to be chalked in black, and I think that it will turn out a slightly different color. So I won't be doing a second coat on that. And then we'll move on. What time is it? I think this project actually isn't going to take as much time as you think. So you don't have to be super duper careful on everything, because guess what? There's going to be lines. When you chalk it, when we put the transfer over it and chalk it, it's going to cover up any of your little oopsies. Let me see what's next. I need to do Charlie Brown's shirt and his pants. So I need to do browns still. So let me wash and I need to do green. So I need to do Linus's green shirt. And his pants are actually chalked in black. I can still paint it though. I can do that. But let's do his shirt. I just chose a green. I don't know if this is a good green. I just chose light avocado. Maybe I need a different green. Maybe I need Hauser medium green. Let's do that. You painted yours on the chalkboard frame, and it was hard to get the colors to show. Oh yeah, yeah. On a chalkboard that's black, it would be hard. It would be hard to get the colors to show. I think it would be more difficult. Okay, I just need a little bit. That one's like almost out. I just need a little bit of paint. I think that's going to be plenty. Okay, so Linus's shirt. Yeah, now I'm kind of thinking I probably shouldn't have done his whole head that color, because he's, but you know what? I am not, let's not worry about the little things. Let's not sweat the small stuff, guys. So I will have to go back and do a second coat, but guess what? Second coats are always easier once you have all the colors figured out. Okay, that's the only green. So, okay, Charlie Brown's pants are brown. Shoes brown. Okay, so yellow. So the yellow that I said I wanted to use for Charlie Brown is my deep ochre. So I want a different color for his shirt. So we're going to do that first. Let's do his shirt, and then we'll go and we'll do all the brown. I might even do Schroeder's pants brown, and then it's just going to be chalked in black. So that will work. And then Lucy's shirt, and then we just have all our second coats. So, and then we're going to do this onto our shiplap sign. Okay, turn it. And Charlie Brown's socks are also yellow. So this was deep ochre. Okay, I can do this sock right here while I'm at it. Remember, we did all the ornaments. We had all those little tiny coloring, and then boom, when you go ahead and you chalk it, it just all magically just pops. Okay, so we're gonna we need brown. No, let's do her shirt first. Red. I'm gonna do her shirt in red. Okay, so red that I'm going to use. Good morning, Pam. How are you? Hi, Maria. I do have this cut out already. I can give you the link. Yeah, it's going to look neat with the black chalked over it. So I'm getting all of the detail. It is scored, so you know exactly where to paint. So I tediously did the scoring. I can see that I missed one line where Linus's neck is, but you can figure that out. So, okay, so this red, what color did I say it was? It's my red is country red. So any red will do. And guys, you could do your own colors. Wouldn't it be fun to just do custom colors here? Like do it like fall colors on their clothing. You could totally do your own colors. They don't have to be wearing. They can wear anything that you want them to wear. So you could just do it black and white too. Okay, there's my red. Now we got to do all of our brown, and then we got to do second coats. So, and it doesn't look bad, but I do want it to be solid. So I'm excited. I keep dropping my paper towel. Oops. Hello. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? Thank you. Warm beige. Thank you. Warm beige. Yes. Okay, let me give you guys the link for this for just a second here. I'm going to stop, and let me give you the link for this. I have a Peanuts collection area now on our website. Okay, so go to Peanuts. And then I'm going to give you, let me just give you this section because it has the ornaments in there also. So I'm going to share that collection, and anything else that we add that's Peanuts. I kind of want to do Lucy's head. Whoops. Come on, paste. It didn't do it. Let me go back. Sorry. Copy. Okay, now it should do it. Paste. Okay, paste. Yeah, this is going to be a cute sign. It's going to sell quickly. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to do all of the brown. I chose, what color I chose? I chose sable brown, but I kind of think I want to change that. I think I want to change to milk chocolate. I think milk chocolate's a better color. Yeah, milk chocolate. Okay, there's actually quite a bit of brown. I'm just going to put it in the center. It doesn't matter if they kind of go together as long as I don't mix my colors together. All right, so we're going to do all the shoes. They're going to be that are left, these two sets of shoes, Charlie Brown's shorts. yeah, I can't wait to chalk it and see if, you know, this is I'm kind of testing it out, although I have sold them already. I should have tested it very first. I just haven't had time, guys, honestly. Um, now that I'm doing these two craft shows, and they're two days apart. So I have a lot of similar things for each craft show that I'm having to do. So that kind of works out good because I'm kind of at just a staggered stage. You know, the one craft show, I've got all the postcards out. I received my postcard in the mail, which is my tester. So I have them send me a postcard. So then I know that, hey, that everybody else should have received theirs about the same time, which is good. They're getting it a week early, and they can put it onto their calendar and say, oh, next week I'm going to go to the craft show. So, so that was good. I got mine in the mail, and then now it's time to do the next craft show, get those printed, get them over to the guy that mails them out for me. I'm going to have him do them. I'm not going to sit there and put stamps on them. I think Judy does that. There's a lot of people that would sit and put the postage stamp on, but guess what? He's actually cheaper. And it goes out faster because it's sorted. So he pre-sorts everything. You know what? I need a little bit of yellow right in that corner there. He pre-sorts it, so it goes to them sorted. He does bulk mail. So the guy that does it for me does bulk mail, and it costs me less money per item to have him do all the work. He prints his little bulk mail logo on the corner for me, and then he prints all the addresses. I give him an Excel spreadsheet that has all the addresses, and he just does all that for me. Okay, let's dry this so we have it dried really good, and we're going to start our second coats. The only things that don't need second coats is the black. Okay, so here we go. Thank you. I love it. I'm really excited. Believe me, it was a labor of love with the cutout, with all the scoring part. Took me probably 2 hours because I tediously did it. And let's see if it's right. See if I have to tweak anything in. It should be fine. It's looking good. All right, the brown's the only thing that really didn't dry quickly. It's kind of hot in here. Had the heater on. All right, it's looking good, guys. Okay, second coats always go quicker because you already know what color you used. I'm going to grab my warm beige, get all my faces and everything. So warm beige for all the faces, hands, legs, all of that. It usually goes a lot quicker because it's not absorbing down into your wood also. So you can paint it a little bit more quickly and just kind of float over the top of your previous painted area using just the little corner. So anyways, what do you guys have going on this weekend? I just have all my finalization. I had I think I told you I had a cancellation. My friend's husband has cancer and is in treatment, and it's not looking good. So she's not leaving the hospital. So I had her booth came up, and she has like a booth, like almost a triple booth. So I had to move people around, and then I had to find one vendor. So I gave another vendor more space, and then I moved people around and got one new vendor. So I mean, when you're in charge of the craft show, you deal with that. There is usually last minute type cancellations. It's a fact of life with being in charge of an event. Things are going to happen. So I've had three, but I kind of have a heads up. At least it's not same day. One year I had 3 people that canceled on the day of the craft show. Yeah, so I was scrambling trying to find people that could jump in. I couldn't find anyone, so I just had to move people around. And that's when you make a blended area, which a blended area is like a blended area of here's all the Easter stuff. You can put tons of Easter. Everybody, this is a blended table. Anybody that wants to put stuff here can. So yeah, being in charge is not always, but I just kind of roll with the punches. I know at this point in the ball game that there probably is going to be someone that doesn't show. And so I just always plan on, it just happens. Life happens, their car can't start. Their dog, something happened and they're at the vet. Honestly, there's a lot of things that happen in life, and I just roll with the punches. I know that it's not perfect. We're going to have cancellations. So, let me look and see. Oh, your shed is getting delivered this weekend. Nice, nice. And Nikki's over on YouTube, and she says she's going to be crafting, hopefully, getting, as well as looking at places, supposed to be moving soon. Oh, wow. Are you going to stay in the same city, Nikki, or are you going to a different city? So you guys can't see her comments unless you're on YouTube. So YouTube has its own little comment section, but because I'm logged in and I'm streaming to both. Okay, I'm just turning it as we go. So hopefully you can see and it's not too bad. And I just try to smooth it out. So I get all the little tiny areas. Now it's going to be chalk. So when I get to that point and I lay that transfer down and I chalk over it with black, and then we peel the transfer. Oh my gosh, I just can't wait. I'm so excited. I am really excited to see that. So hopefully I can find my black chalk paste really easily in my drawer. I didn't pull it out. I had put everything away last night from yesterday's project. I decided on yesterday's project that after everything was said and done, I really would just like to do the mouse pad in black and white. So just do the background. Background is white, so chalk it in black and then do the red heart. I really feel like that's all I need to do with it. I don't need to add all the color. I kind of felt like it didn't look as nice because it wasn't nice and smooth. That maybe I didn't take my time. I'm not sure what it was, but the paint, the ink did not go on as smoothly as I felt it should be. Maybe if I wasn't under pressure with everybody watching, then I could do a better job. Maybe I should have thinned it down a little bit. I'm not sure. Oops. Got a little bit on the hand. So I felt like it was, in some areas, it was thick, that the paint was a little thick. So I don't know if I would go back and do that. I think I would just do the black and white and a heart. So I think I need to do some of them and sell them. My problem is, where am I going to put them? I could do like a little peanut section in my booth. I could do that. To transfer. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Yeah, because I can use those for the next craft show if I don't get them in time for this craft show. I can always use them. I'm going to be making more of the egg things. I only have 1 week in between craft shows, and I'm going to be busy counting tags. I'm not going to have a lot of time to do my crafting like I want to and create more stuff. But I'll have a little bit of time. Oh, lots of people order. I'm sorry, I didn't turn off the. Okay, let me turn that off so you don't have to hear all the ka-chings. Those are you guys ordering. I'm trying to charge this. I got a new phone. Let me show you this because you guys, this is so cute. I got a new phone cover. Let me just show you. Look at this. Check this out. Look at this. It's my puppies. They're just kind of caricatures. Caricatures. Is that how you say it? Caricatures. Anyways, they are just like a standard picture of a dog. They're not pictures of my dog. But I got this and it fits my phone and it opens and you can put your credit card there if you just don't want to carry a purse. And guess what? So this is Annie and we have Sophie. And then this one's Darcy. We have Stubby. And we have Marley and Riley. There's only room for 6. If there was 7, I would have put Chloe on there too. But isn't that just adorable? And it just fits my phone. It's just my phone cover. The whole thing is a cover. But you charge it. You have to have that open because you can still charge it on these little, these little things like this. The charger like that. You can still charge it on that. So, but you have to have it open. Isn't it so cute? I found that on Facebook. Okay, I need to do Sally's shirt. Let me just keep going. Okay, so that's pretty quick. And then, what time is it? Checking time, 1:45. We're doing good on time. I do have to drop puppies off to the groomer. The two that are getting groomed this time, because I do 2 at a time. I tried to rotate. It's kind of a long time in between. They probably need to be groomed closer together. But I do 2 a month because it's $100 per dog. So I do Darcy and Sophie are going to go this time. And then the next ones is Stubby and Marley are next up to bat. I'll probably try to do them the week in between my craft shows. I probably won't wait a whole month because Stubby's hair is getting long and it gets all matted around his eye. Okay, so that was Deep Ochre. The pinkish color on Sally is Wild Berry. So if you're just hopping on, I'll tell you colors as we go. Okay, and then I need to do Lucy's shirt. That is the red. I do need to do Snoopy again. I need to do the white again. And I need to do Woodstock. So I'm just going over and doing all of my second coats. And I won't have to do black a second time. Black is fine. Okay. You want one for your phone. They are so cute. It came in the mail, and you know what? It came from overseas. It was in one of those packages. I was like, what is this? And that's what it was. So, okay, yellow. The yellow that I used for Sally's hair and for Woodstock is Summer Squash. I just wanted kind of a brighter yellow. Sunny Day would work too. A brighter yellow. Baby Duck would probably work. You could use the Woodstock chalk paste, but I want it all to just be paint. I will fuzz my transfer. I do want to do this on a shirt. I haven't had time to try again on bleach my shirt out. I just haven't had time. I do have a little oopsie. Let me grab a Q-tip. See if I can fix the nose right here. There we go. Okay. All right. So yeah, so this is like working backwards. You can use the transfer and chalk onto something and then paint it. But this has all the lines, so we're painting it all first, and then we are gonna chalk it. So we're working backwards because we can, because I tediously did all of the little lines for you guys so that you know where to do it. And like I said, what are some other sayings that you would do on this? It's looking so pretty. You did your ornaments and magnets. Oh, nice. Nice. I love that. Hi, Two Chicks Crafts. I am not sure who you are because I only see your business name, but welcome. We're so happy to have you here. I know sometimes I log in with my business name. I don't mind. I never mind if you guys do that. Some people freak out about it. I'm like, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. Okay, so brown. My brown was milk chocolate. And just keep turning. Turn. Okay, and then we'll see if we might have messed up a color. When we get this all done, we might go, oh, wait, that was an arm, not... It's possible, okay? But I am not going to worry. And I always just turn my project so I can get down where I need to make sure that I get it all covered. Okay, and then, so it's easy. So turn your project however you need to. I did get my transfers, but I didn't want to take time to show you guys because I needed all the time I could get to get this done. So I got all my transfers, I got my apron, all of that, all the new transfers. I got all my new Tiffany stuff. So excited about that. Okay, what colors didn't I do yet? Oh, the white. Okay, so white is the only color that I need to still do. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do all the white. And then we get to dry it. And then we get to chalk it. I have like a little corner on Sally's hand that I just need to go over. I got blue on it, so I'm just going to take a tiny bit of my flesh tone here and just fix that. So now's the time to do that, to fix all those little oopsies. Okay, so let me just rinse again. I'm using the same brush the whole time. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Posca pens would work. Yeah, they would. I just, as long as they don't bleed. So do they bleed through the lines, the Posca pens, or are they fairly good? I used to use them all the time for painting rocks, because I would trace the design on there. I did a lot of Disney rocks that I would hide, and I loved the Posca pens for that. I actually gave all my Posca pens to my granddaughter. I had like a huge set of every color possible. And then a bunch of smaller sets. I just recently gave her all of those, so I can't even test it out. But do any of you guys use Posca pens to do this kind of painting? I think it would be fine. And I know, there's different size tips on the Posca pens that you can use. I like the fine point and the extra fine point. I never really used the larger size, but I think it was the fine and the extra fine. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost there. We're almost there. So, oh, I did not do Charlie Brown's shirt a second time. I can see it. It's a little bit transparent. I'm just looking to make sure to check, because I want this to be as perfect as possible. Okay. All right. Get Snoopy all smoothed out so he's not a lumpy bumpy. Okay, so yeah, so it's Charlie Brown's shirt, and then we're gonna be ready to, I think, did I do everything else? I'm looking at Linus's shirt. Guys, I might have skipped Linus's shirt too. You have, but you don't think that they bleed? Okay, perfect. You've never had them bleed. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, so try it out. Someone try it out and let me know. Let me know, guys. All right. Perfect. All right, we're getting there. Let me turn this so I can get right in here by the hand. Yep, that's what I do with my projects when I'm working on them and I have little tiny areas. I just keep turning my project to make it easier for me. Okay, so there we go. We're getting there, almost there. So Charlie Brown shirt, I think that's the absolute last thing to do. I think everything else has been done twice. Except for the black, and I don't need to do the black a second time. The black is solid. Okay, so I used Deep Ochre for his shirt. I just like that color better. Okay, I am going to turn it in a moment. Get right along there. I like the angle brush because it has a good edge to it. So you can get right along the edge of where you need to go. And you can also use it to smooth everything out. So make it nice and smooth. Okay. All right. Looking good. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Okay. So I have my one brush that I use. I have all these out here. Look at this. I have all these brushes that I didn't use. I used this one brush. And these are the ones I gave you that link off of Amazon. So I'm going to move this so that it's out of the way so I don't make any oopsies. And we're going to chalk this, okay? So we have to dry it first. You want it to be 100% dry. Let's see. Yeah, because I'm going to chalk it. So we're going to use the transfer. It's a stencil. We're going to use that over the top of it. So everything is just based colored. And then we're going to use the stencil to do all the details, okay? So look at how fun, guys. Yeah, Cheryl, I gave you a set too, huh? Were they Posca pens that I gave to you? Because I had found more. I had given my granddaughter a whole bunch, and I was like, Tara, do you need more of these? Do you think that she can use more? And she's like, no, I think that she has as many as she needs. Who else should we give them to? And we gave them to you. But I'm sure you already had some. Okay, this is really hot. You do not want to put your transfer on something hot. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna chalk that on there, and then we're gonna take it off, and we're gonna chalk the entire thing onto here. So we will have where this goes. We'll be able to know exactly the location where that goes, and we're gonna go back and we'll color in our little Woodstock. Because we don't have a location. I didn't cut him separate. Okay, so we will paint him back in and just try to go around it. We can also use a marker to go over him. Okay, so I need to fuzz this. Where's my fuzzing cloth? For Emily. Yes. Hey Trish, how are you? If you need to know how this was done, you can go back and watch the replay. I'm going to fuzz my transfer. Here's my little stencil that's going over. These are silkscreen transfers or stencils, whatever you want to call them. They're a stencil, but they have a silkscreen in them. I do need this backer sheet so that it doesn't stick to my thing. Okay, so I fuzzed it a couple of times just so it's not quite as sticky because it's brand new. Okay, I'm going to take this. I am going to put this underneath of this. Okay, and now I'm going to line this up perfectly. I'm going to hover over the top of this, and I want to get it lined up as best as I can, as perfect as I can, so that everything when I chalk it is going to be exactly where it needs to be. Okay, this is the true test. All right, let me grab my black chalk paste out of my drawer. I'm going to make my screen a little bit smaller. There we go. And I'm going to see. All right, this looks like a brand new one. Okay, so here's my chalk paste. I'm putting them in upside down now so that I can see, but the problem with that is that I open it and there's a bunch on the lid. It's pretty thick, so it doesn't really run that much, but I'm like, oh, why is it all over the lid? It's because I had it in there upside down. Okay, so make sure all the air bubbles are out. We want this to be as perfect as possible. We're gonna chalk it, and then we're gonna quickly put the transfer over there and chalk it again onto our sign. Can you post the link for the stencil? Yeah. Let me get you the link for the stencil. I can do that right now. So, and I do have some at my house. I have extras that is it gonna open it? Yeah, it's through my Chalkateur website. I'm going to give you the peanuts section so you can see all the peanuts stuff that they have. Okay, so you can go to that section. Am I logged in? It would be helpful if I was. Let me, no, I am logged in. Perfect. My designer is me. Okay, let me give you the whole peanuts section. And then you can see all the other stencils that they have. And if you need them, if you want one of everything, I have that. So I still have some at my house if you need it. Okay, let me go back to my thing. Thank you guys. Okay, hang on. Let me go to this, and I'm going to drop that there. Going to drop that link for you so you can check out all the Peanuts collection. We'll be having more in the fall. There will be more. Okay, so I have to chalk this quickly. Then I have to put the stencil over to here, and then chalk onto that. So let's do this. Let's do this, guys. The surface that I'm putting onto is the shiplap sign. I love that. I love that sign. Okay, I'm going to try to just get right up to the top. I'm going to try not to go over it, but it's not going to matter because I'm going to quickly chalk the whole thing on the other side, but I can't drag it. When I put it onto the other sign, it has to just be put down and not move it around, because I could potentially have like smear the chalk paste in the wrong area. Okay, so I'm just going to chalk this whole thing. I'm not going to chalk and peel. I think I can do it without having to do that. If you can't do it quickly, you'll do half and you'll pull your transfer up, and then you'll do the other half. Okay, so I'm doing all of my characters in black. This is putting all the detail onto them. We base coated them. Basically, we did the base coat, we did the background, and now we're doing all of the detail with our chalk paste. Okay, and we're going to cross our fingers. You guys just cross your fingers and your toes that it all works out the way it's supposed to. Okay, so Okay, all our detail is going to smooth that out. And I am ready for the reveal. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? Good grief. Charlie Brown. Lucy says you're dogmatic. Oh, that's cute. That would be cute. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to just go slowly in case I miss something and have to lay it back down. Look at that. Will you look at that? Will you look at that? This is fantastic. I think everything's where it should be. It should be like a tiny like smidge to the right. I am absolutely fine with it. Oh my goodness. That's adorable. Look at how cute. Okay, so I need to move that. Okay, everything looks good. I need to put this onto this sign. Okay, so I'm going to just lay it down onto my sign that is up here. I'm going to try to get it centered, and then I'm going to bring that over, and we're going to chalk this whole thing. Okay, so look at how cute that is. I need to dry this, but what I have to do also is I need to move my sign over here. We need to do the sign before that stencil dries. We'll dry this in a second, but look at how cute. Oh my gosh, I know. I love the peel and reveal. Okay, so this is down. I need to get air bubbles out really quickly. I'm going to grab another squeegee, and I'm going to try to get all my air bubbles out of here. Hopefully this is going to work out good. Getting the air bubbles out, and then I'm going to chalk this in black. This whole thing is going to just be in black. Okay, so going to lay down some more chalk paste. We're going to do exactly what we just did. We're going to do the entire thing. So that will be chalked on there also. But that will give you placement of where do we need to put our little guys. Okay, does that make sense? So you don't have to do the whole thing. You could do like the top and the bottom. But I kind of want to do the whole thing to show you that you could just stencil this onto anything and then paint it. So you can put this onto a shirt, and then you can hand paint it. So you can use our ink. We have our ink that you can use. We have our chalk paste. We have our ink. The chalk paste just paints and it dries. The ink, it has to be heat set, or some people just let it sit and then after a while it's permanent. Okay, are we ready? We ready to peel? So I hope I don't have any bleeds. If I do, oh well, I'll fix them somehow. Okay, did I miss at the top? I think I'm ready. Okay, so I just kind of loosen it up and they'll go side by side. And let's just peel it off. Okay, it doesn't matter if I didn't get everything on their little characters because we're going to glue that on there. So I'm just peeling it up. Positive vibes. Okay, so there's that. Now we do need to paint in Woodstock, and then we'll use a marker. Okay, this is going to go onto my backer sheet is underneath here. Let me just attach this to my table for a second. I'm just going to put it on the edge of my table. I'm going to lift this and grab the backer sheet. Okay, so this just will get washed in the sink. That is water soluble. Okay, I'm going to just wash it in my sink. I know, isn't it great? Okay, let's dry this. Let's dry this, and then we're going to glue our little piece on there. Okay, so dry this whole thing. You could just paint this in just like we did with the other thing. Okay. I do need to paint my Woodstock that's flying because I didn't cut him out as a separate piece. Good grief, Charlie Brown. Lucy says, you're dogmatic. Yeah, that would be fun to do. I want to do the little characters, do some other little sayings with it. Penis is my era too. Absolutely. Absolutely love them. 8:02. Okay, so my reminder just came up on my phone. Dog groomer at 8:30. I actually have to be out the door in 13 minutes. So we are perfect timing right here. Okay, I'm going to get a teeny tiny brush to do Woodstock. Okay, everything is dry. I'm going to turn this. Okay, so I'm going to turn this. I'm going to get the smallest brush I have, which is like maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Oh yeah, summer squash. That's the right color. Okay, I'm just going to color it in. I'm going to try to go around everything. So this will kind of show you what you could do. You can chalk it and then you can color it in. It's just a little more tedious and you're going to avoid the lines. Okay, so I'm just going to turn it however I need to turn it as I go. And this will actually be really quick. If I need to go over anything on it and fix it, I can do, I can use a marker. Okay, so if I need to go back over a line, okay, there we go. All right, I think we're good. I'm gonna rinse this, and then we're gonna lay the other one back on top of this. Black and white looks gorgeous too. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Let's move this. Let's get all of this out of the way. Oops. Put it over here. I gotta check my knuckle. I just stuck my knuckle into the chalk paste. Okay, close that back up. I usually wipe the top, but I don't think there was anything on it. Turn this around. Let's dry Woodstock. See how easy that was to do Woodstock? It's just teeny tiny detail. And I use the smallest little brush. The number on the brush is a 3. So I think it's like maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Okay, so dry that. And then we're going to glue the other thing on top, and then we're done, guys. And I'll glue a hanger on the back. Okay, I have a very, very small offset on this. It is just very tiny. So when you glue it on there, it's going to cover up that whole thing. So you just line it up right there. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my glue. Yep, still having problems with that. I need to do something. I need to put it under boiling water or something. The top of that. It does not want to open. I think there's glue stuck. There's glue stuck inside there. I could use my stylus to get that out. Okay. So all I do, guys, is so you don't have to have everything cut out as a chockable piece. This is all you need, and you can choose your surface, okay? I didn't want to sell you a surface. A lot of you have these. A lot of you have access to other, like, pieces of wood. You could cut out a piece of wood, all right? You could use something from, you could take this shape to Hobby Lobby and find something on their clearance aisle and repaint it and have a really cute frame. Wouldn't it be cute with something that had a really cute frame, or from your thrift store? So repurpose things, guys. Okay, I'm going to line it back up. I'm going to flip it back over. I'm going to line it up as I put glue on myself and drop it down on there, kind of wiggle it into place. And I'm not going to lift it up to show you like, and have it held up, because I want it to be right there. Isn't it so cute? It turned out fantastic. I love it. Okay, we are done, guys, and I'm done in time. I have to scoot real soon out the door. So let me put you up to myself. I have my water. So yeah, that's how easy it is to do this if you have the right tools. So put a bit of Vaseline inside the nozzle. Oh, that's so smart. You're a smarty pants. I will do that. I'll do that. Thank you for that suggestion. I love it. You guys, you help me so much. Okay, guys, I'm not going to hold it up long, but there we go. It's super cute. I love it. Thank you for being here. And this glue, if you're wondering, this is the Art Glitter Designer Adhesive, the one that dries clear. I love that. I'm going to put hooks on the back. I will do my hooks on the back. I love it so much. It's so fun. Okay, I don't want it moving. It still would move. In like 5 minutes, it's completely dry. Okay, guys, I love you. It is Friday, so hey, I will see you on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'm going to have one too. I'm going to be so busy creating a ton of products, so I have more stuff for my craft show. And I will see you on Monday with another fun project. I love you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, love you guys so much. I'm going to go get Sophie